Hey guys, BENZZ4318 with a performance review of the Nike CTR 360 Trequartista 3. So, go ahead and show you a shoe. It's a little dirty right now. This does have Kangalite 2.0, and I'll get onto that in just a little bit. As far as wear on these studs, let's see, this is my right foot. This stud, actually on this side, this stud right here has gotten rounded off, like it's it's rounded off. No better way to say it. It used to be squared, and so that does mean that this plastic is not very dense, because when I'm kicking, like that, this has worn off, which is kind of annoying, because I am a keeper and I need these front studs as much as I can. But as far as traction, these are really good. You do have 5 studs in the front, and you have 5 more in the midfoot, and then you have 4 in the back. So it is not that bad of a stud pattern. You do get a lot of really good traction. I just am disappointed that the Trequartista has a little bit less dense plastic on the bottom, so it doesn't hold up as well. So you do have your Nike swoosh on the bottom. That's since yellow, it used to be white. As far as the sole plate itself, the flexibility is good. This is nice, and it doesn't really bend that much. But right here, it does have the forefoot where it does flex nicely, but not too much. So that's just good designing on Nike's part. I do have this part kind of bending weird, it's kind of deformed. So as far as the upper is really high quality. I'm not sure if this part right here is Kangalite, but it's still really nice. I would say that the upper itself is, like right now, it's not as soft as it would be after I've been wearing it for an hour. So when the heat from your foot gets these warmed up, they really become nice cleats. The upper is just fantastic on this shoe. I will say that this little strip is kind of grippier than the rest, and I wish they would have included it on the rest of the quarter, or even down here. They do have that grippy, see that little texturing, and they also have it up here for the lace, for the eyelets. So this part is nice. It's the first touch. I don't use it that much because I'm a keeper, but this part should be Kangalite 2.0, and it really is nice. This little band is nice and plush, and that's another thing. The upper, it has nice give to it. It resembles leather, but it's still lighter, and it has nice grip. See. As far as the pass pad, I wouldn't go as far to say it's a gimmick, but maybe it's just because this is the Trequartista, it's not as effective as the Maestri, but I really don't notice it that much. I guess it is nice to have something kind of against your foot, so when you hit it, it just doesn't, feel as much, but I don't really have that feeling of securing the ball in my instep when I pass it. So that's just my opinion. But as far as grip, I have noticed that these outer ones are more grippy than these, but that's just because these are more dirty. But they do lack the little fins that the Maestri has. So that's not a big problem, but it's not a huge game changer for me. So the heel liner is just the same synthetic leather. Then you have perforation holes, but that doesn't go through, so that didn't make much sense to me. So that's really just there for design. You do get the Kangalite branding there, and a little element on the back. I don't think that really does anything. And CTR 360. And so the heel counter is pretty nice. It's nice and solid. So when you do get your heel in there, it fits nicely. This is also solid, so this is nice. It doesn't flex that much, and your heel stays in really well. As far as the tongue goes, you do get a pretty nice material. Let's see if I can show you. It's again, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the elements on this shoe are better when heated by your foot. So this loosens up when it gets warm, which is really nice. So it really makes it feel like a premium shoe. You do get memory foam on the tongue, so this part right here is actually memory foam. So that way, I don't know, I guess it applies to me because when I'm punting, it feels nicely right there. So you won't get much lace pressure on the top of your shoe, which is a really nice addition. As far as the lace holes go, they're not reinforced or anything, unless you count the little, well actually the instep doesn't have any of that, but I have noticed the lace holes have kind of stretched, which is kind of a concern of me. I don't want those to rip. Something that is interesting is that the inside of this is, it's kind of a polyester almost, I want to say. Not sure if you guys are really able to see that, but it's not really leather, like it's not a cloth liner. It's more of a, almost plasticky, but honestly it feels nice. As far as the sock liner goes, I actually switched mine with a pair from a Tiempo Elite Natural or whatever the top end Tiempo is. I haven't used leather shoes in forever, but that's that. But inside the shoe, you do get, and let me try and get some light on that. You do get I'm not sure exactly what the material is, but it's kind of a nice foam in the heel. So it's a break from this hard part right here, and yeah, you can see that circle. It is softer there, and so it takes off the heel pressure from these studs, so that does feel nice. You wouldn't really notice it, but I think if you didn't have it, you would notice it. So overall, on the quality of the shoe, I would say that everything is nice. My only problems so far are that I have had the toe of this separating a little bit, like the sole plate and the material, the Kangalite. But as far as the rest of the shoe, I haven't had any problems. I am a little disappointed by the traction. This is kind of peeling away. That the plastic is not very dense, and that it is wearing away rather quickly. That would be my only other complaint. So I actually am getting a Nike ID pair of Mercurial Glides coming in like a month. So these will just be retired to my practice pair. But if you have any questions about the shoe, go and leave them in the comments. And if you like this video, please like it, and stay tuned for another video. Thank you.